everybody, and welcome to my October wrap-up! I'm late again. Yay! And my November TBR, even though it's nearly in the middle of November. As I said, I'm late again. Also, my curls aren't entirely dry, but now they look cute, so I thought, let's film this now. Yay! So you might see how my hair changes over the time while I'm filming this. Anyway, I'm talking so much shit today. Yeah, so let's just dive right into the month. I've read 14 books this month, or in October, and most of them were ebooks. Like, I have 3 physical books and the rest were ebooks. Like, yeah. I was on vacation in Turkey, so I had just my e-reader there, so I've read a lot of books there, and yeah, I was just in the mood for ebooks because it's easier to read. I'm rambling. Well, look at my fairy lights. They look awesome, not in this lighting, but otherwise you can see me. So let's just start. Also, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone because otherwise I don't know which book will come next. So yeah. Anyway, let's start. The first book that I've read was Beautiful Bastard by Christina Lauren, and I enjoyed it. I was surprised that I actually enjoyed it. But I really liked it. And the only thing that bothered me was there was nearly no storyline in the beginning and basically just sex. Like, what? There wasn't any story. They had sex in the first chapter. So that's what annoyed me so much. Because I want to read a little bit of storyline at least. So it got 4 out of 5 stars. Then I've read Beautiful Bitch, also by Christina Lauren. The novella for Beautiful Bastard is 1.5 and just the same as before. It was awesome. It had more storyline, but still it wasn't like this totally awesome that would be okay to give 5 stars, so 4 out of 5 stars. The next book is one of my physical books, and that is Chasing River by Key A. Tucker, and this is the 3rd book in the Bury in Water series. And the first 2 books were like okay-ish. It was hard for me to get into, but this was so awesome. This is my favorite of the series. I couldn't stop reading A Place in Ireland, maybe because I was already there. I could read it more easily, but yeah, it was so awesome I couldn't put it down, so 5 out of 5 stars. Then I've read the next book in the Beautiful series, Beautiful Stranger. And again, not really that much storyline and too much sex, so 4 out of 5 stars. And the same goes for Beautiful Bombshell, 2.5 in the series. Exactly the same. I enjoy these books, they're really fun to read, but I'm missing the storyline a little bit. Then next up I've read Falling Sky by Lisa Swallow, the 2nd book in the Blue Phoenix series, and I couldn't wait to read this book because I loved the first one, and this one was just as awesome. And it also got 5 out of 5 stars. Then I've read The Year We Fell Down by Serena Bowen, and I really enjoyed this book. I was a little bit skeptical because of the storyline. The main character is in a wheelchair, so I didn't know if I would feel uncomfortable reading it, because sometimes these books are written like so weird, but this was written so epic and I loved it. And it's the first in the series, but the next series are also companion novels, and yeah, I loved it, so 5 out of 5 stars. Next up I've read FIBA by Melissa Pearl, and yeah, this book, normally the story was really awesome, like I loved the idea of the story, but the main character annoyed me so much because she just couldn't get her shit together and couldn't decide. I still can't remember her name, I totally forgot it, and yeah, otherwise this book would have been so awesome, but I was so annoyed with her because she couldn't decide, so it only got 3 out of 5 stars. Then I've read Hollywood Dirt by Alessandra Toro, and I was so excited for this book. You can't believe it. It sounds so awesome. A Hollywood star coming to a small town and they film there, and the main character, the girl, gets to star into the movie, and it sounds so amazing, but the story was meh. Like, I couldn't get into the story. it was so hard and nothing much happened till over 70% or something like that. And so it wasn't really enjoyable, so it only got 3 out of 5 stars. Then I've read The Air He Breathes by Brittany C. Cherry. And this was like darker read because both main characters dealt with some major issues, and still I really enjoyed it, but there was something missing and I can't say what. And so it only got 3 out of 5 stars. The next book that I've read was The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick, and normally I absolutely love Huntley Fitzpatrick. I love her books, they're cute, fluffy contemporary reads, and this wasn't. Like, the story was a little bit darker and I didn't expect exactly what was turning out, so I thought it would be way cuter, but it kinda wasn't, so it only got 3 out of 5 stars. Then next up I've read Beautiful Player by Christina Lauren, the 3rd book, and this book, whoa, like, it had an actual storyline. Yes! They were friends first, and they had a history, and there was a storyline, and I enjoyed it so much. This book was so good. It was way better than the other ones, so this one got 5 out of 5 stars, and it's by far my favorite. The next book that I've read was a German book, Silber, das dritte Buch der Träume by Kerstin Gier, and this is the 3rd and final book in the Dream a Little Dream trilogy. The first one was just translated into English, and yeah, we have the final one here, and the cover is awesome. I have this in my book haul if you want to see how beautiful it is, and sadly it's only beautiful because this story wasn't really a last book for me. Nothing much was happening and it was so hard for me to read. Like, I found excuses why not to read, and yeah, that says nearly all. And the end was way too open for me. Like, no, this wasn't just the 3rd book for me, a final book. No, it wasn't. And so it only got 3 out of 5 stars. And I was really disappointed. Then the last book that I've read in October was At Any Price by Brenna Aubrey, and I really liked this book. The plot was so awesome. Like, this 22-year-old virgin sells her virginity on eBay. Not really eBay, she auctions it off, and this idea was just so awesome, and I really enjoyed this story. But Mia, the main character, she was a little bit annoying because she also just couldn't get her shit together. She didn't realize some things, and I was annoyed with that. But otherwise it was so awesome, so I got 4 out of 5 stars. So that were all of my books that I've read in October, and it was a pretty good reading month, even though there weren't that many 5 stars books for me, but still. So, and in November I can't wait to read November 9th by Colleen Hoover. It comes out on November 10th. Yay! Missed opportunity there. But I just so can't wait to read this book. It's going to be so awesome. And also on the 10th comes out Winter, the last book in the Luna Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, and I can't wait for this book. It's going to be epic, and the grand final, and that's one of the few sci-fi books that I still enjoy and can't wait to read. And I'm so excited since it's got pushed back like 2 times, I think, but I'm so excited. Yay! And yeah, that's basically it for the most exciting books in November that I'm going to read. Yeah, so, oh, and I want to read Carry On by Rainbow World, fictional fan fiction. Like, holy shit, I can't wait to read this one. Yeah, that's it for this video. I think it's super long. Well, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye. So it only got 3 out of... So it only... Then the last book that I've read in September. Then the last book...